save me some.
This is the end, bum bum bum, beautiful friends. This is the end, my only friend, the end of our elaborate plans, the end of everything that stands, the end. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, that's the end of that. All right. With that said, my friends, hello. How are you today? I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's surviving all of these holidays that we've been having or whatever. What do we have? You know the holidays we've been having. Okay, we had Halloween, and then we had Thanksgiving. I hope you had a happy whatever you had. Okay, Kwanzaa. Okay, Mazel tov to you. With that said, my friends, I have some packages that I gotta open so I can catalog, and I'm gonna do it now. Now's the time to do it. I'm fresh out of work, taking care of the children, and I gotta tell you, I gotta show give some appreciation to parents out there that actually care about their kids. Now, listen, I say throughout the time of me doing this child care thing for the last 10 years or so, it's like a make sure my hair's not hanging out of my hat over here. That tends to happen sometimes when I get all wild. Like it's usually like maybe 95%. There's like a 5 percentile of parents that just don't care. They just don't care what happens to their kids. They don't care what's going on with their kids. They don't care to know. When I used to teach at the other school that I taught at, kids would do work all week. I mean, these kids would work hard. Okay, now when you're like a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old, I mean, coloring a picture or cutting out something or gluing something or whatever it is, they do it and they're proud of it, okay? And they're so excited to bring it home and show it to their parents and everything like that. And then I put it in their mailboxes. I hand it straight over to the parents. And I've literally seen this. I've seen parents, I hand it over to them like this is what they did all week, or this is what they did today or whatever, and literally take a walk, two steps over as they're walking out the door, and the trash barrel's right over there, and just throw everything right in the trash. And all that keeps going through my mind is, man, when these children were doing this, they were excited. Why don't you take a couple moments with your child and ask them how their day was? I'm probably one of the few teachers that actually encourages communication with your child. Okay, I think what I do with their children is a good thing. I think I teach them morals. I teach them respect. I teach them the important things that they need in life. So why not ask your kid, what did you learn today? Did you learn about the alphabet? Did you learn numbers? What did you learn today? Does it take that much effort to take a few minutes with the person that you brought into this world, okay, and talk to them, just talk to them. I had a big thing going on during the Thanksgiving season thing where I would sit down with the children. I say, what are you thankful for? And I'll be telling you, so some of the answers that the kids were thankful for were pretty impressive. And I got to tell you, I get kind of choked up sometimes when they really blow my mind. Now I'll tell you, I had one child that we went through the whole thing, and I'm like, what are you thankful for? And most of them, we're thankful for our mommies and daddies, our mimis, our gigi's, our vuvos, our vuvus, and all grandparents and stuff like that. But then I had one child that's like, oh, I'm thankful for my mimi there, and I'm like, well, that's really nice. I'm like, Mimi gave you a beautiful house. Mimi gave you beautiful clothes that you wear. You got a roof over your head. You got food on the table. I'm like, that's great. It's great to be thankful for your Mimi. She does a lot. Sounds like she does a lot for you. And he looks at me and he goes, well, Mimi didn't give me all of those things. Jesus did. And I was like, wow. I'm like, somebody still talks about that somewhere else. You know what I mean? That's still something that's said to children nowadays. I mean, I don't know. I know the fact that I work at a public school or private / public school or whatever, preschool, we're not really allowed to talk about those things. But I have a tendency of bringing stuff up. Like I will say, because I had to teach them about the Pilgrims, and the fact is that the Pilgrims actually left England or whatever it is because the king didn't want them to read their Bibles and stuff. And I'm like, how do I present that? But I messed up one year for St. Patrick's Day. And the funny thing is, a lot of adults don't even know this, but how St. Patrick's Day became, I had to look this up because I had to present it to the children to explain St. Patrick's Day, is I guess St. Patrick was actually a pastor or a minister, and he would go from bar to bar, and he would preach to the drunks because I guess they were more susceptible to accept God or whatever. But if you were talking to a drunk man, so he would go from bar to bar, and that became Saint Patrick. That's how Saint Patrick originated. You can look it up. You can look this up. You fact check me. Okay, that's what I found when I looked it up. Anyway, so as I'm explaining this to the children, this is when I first started teaching. It's kind of funny. When I first started teaching, I said he would go from bar to bar. And then I had one kid raise up his hand and go, "What's a bar?" And I'm like, "Oh man." I'm like, I can't explain what a bar is to 4 and 5-year-olds. I just messed up. I mean, I made a big mistake. So I quickly switched it over to salad bar, and they were like, "Oh, okay, now we get it. It's salad bar." He went to the salad bar to teach people about the Bible. Yeah, he went from salad bar to salad bar to learn about the Bible. But the bottom line is that, being a preschool teacher, sometimes it could be a very thankless job, or it could be a very thankful job. So, in my time of Thanksgiving and thinking about all these things, Halloween's great, the kids all dressing up, and then Thanksgiving, now Christmas around the corner and everything, and it's just you start to think about more and more stuff, that you should be thankful for. And when the kids, you could tell a child that's being cared for properly by their remarks, what they say, the comments that are said. And I am in constant communication with the parents, which is great, because I have the opportunity to be in constant communication with the parents. And I gotta be very honest. I gotta be very thankful that the parents that I'm dealing with right now, they have just been wonderful. They've been absolutely wonderful. They want to know what's going on with their kids. They want to help out. They want to educate their kids. Some parents, like I said, don't even care. Some schools, preschools or daycares, they don't care about education. They just want you to babysit. They just want you to be a flat out babysitter. You're there to take care of the kids for a certain amount of time, make sure they stay safe, make sure they don't get hurt, and just keep them occupied. Well, that doesn't satisfy my teacher in me. I want to be able to teach them something. If I don't feel like I taught them something throughout that day, I mean, there's playing. There's always time to play, and there's always time to color, and there's always time to watch a movie or whatever it is. There's always time for all that stuff. But if I don't feel like I educated them about something, I don't feel like I did my job. I don't feel like I should be even paid. I don't even feel like I feel useless. I feel like I didn't accomplish anything, and it's not a good feeling to have. And sometimes I do leave work, and I do struggle through a day because I might have a group of kids that just aren't cooperating, and I'm having some issues with them, and I'm like, what did they really learn today? But there's always one or two that walk out of there learning something that really gets me, you know what I mean? And it has a moral value, and has a respect value. Because listen, bottom line is I'm dealing with 2.9 through 5-year-olds, sometimes almost 6-year-olds. And these kids are our future, man. If we run these, if all teachers just said, "Hey, listen, just run wild. Just run wild and play. I don't care. Listen, you're 4 years old, you're 5 years old. Just run wild and play. Knock everything over. Hit people, punch people, kick people. Hurt your friends, hit your friends." And if teachers just sat back on their phones, which I've seen in the past. I've seen teachers that just sit there on their phones all day, and they don't pay attention to what's going on with the kids. Kids are hitting each other, they're whacking each other, they're stealing each other's toys, they're screaming, they're crying, and the teacher just texting away to their boyfriends or girlfriends, or well, more than likely to the boyfriends, okay? Because I gotta say, I'm a dying breed as a male preschool teacher. I'm probably one of the few that I know of in this area. In fact, I don't even know another preschool teacher that's a male in this area. But that's what they're doing. They're texting their boyfriends. They're texting their parents. They're texting, watch the kids. You're there for 7-8 hours. At least you could do is your job. Teach them something. Watch them. Give them a little loving and caring, and earn your money. Earn the dime that you make. You know what I mean? And I gotta tell you something else too. The way I feel about money is, a little compliment goes a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? It means more to me. It honestly means more to me. Like, hey, money pays bills. I mean, I got to make money so I can pay my bills. But I really rely on some confirmation that I'm doing a good job. Every once in a while, I like for somebody to say, "Hey, listen, you're doing the right thing. You're doing it." And you know what? I like confirmation if I'm doing the wrong thing. If I'm doing something messed up, I want you to come over there and tell me, "Hey, listen, you did something wrong," so I can correct it and do it better. My lesson plans throughout the 10 years of me doing this, it's a hit and miss. I will literally do something with the children, and then I'm like, "Oh, well, that didn't work out, so I got to do something different next year." I mean, one year I did a rocket, with Mentos rocket or whatever. The thing almost blew my head off. I'm like, "Well, I'm not doing that next year. That was just stupid. That was really stupid of me. I could have hurt myself." Okay, not the kids. I kept the kids at a faraway distance, but here I am standing over this rocket which I made with the and I'm pulling the thing out with the Mentos, and I lucky cleared my head about that much. Hey, kids laughed their heads off watching me run away from this Mentos explosion, and but they were safe and they were far away, and we had other teachers present. But I was like, I'm never doing that one again. That's definitely not going to be one I can do again. But yeah, a little with that's what all you people, anybody that watches this channel that's in a position of leadership. If you are an owner or a director or a somebody that's in charge of a staff of some sort, like even when I used to work at the mills, I would never get any kind of compliment whatsoever. I would never get a hey, you did a good job, hey, good night, hey, great work there, hey, you really went above and beyond. Never used to get it. I had one boss, and he got fired, that used to say that to me. And I think he got fired because he actually cared about the staff, and that's the sad thing. Like I said, a little compliment goes a long way. What do they say? You get more bees with honey than with vinegar. Is that the saying? Or more flies with honey than vinegar? One of those things like that. Yeah, I literally had a boss one time tell me, and this I'll never forget this. I'm like, if you compliment your staff, you compliment the staff, you tell the staff that they're doing a good job, then they're going to work harder for you. I want to let you know that they're going to feel good about themselves, and they're going to work harder for you. And this person literally looked me in the face and said, listen, I'm not going to tell people that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's why they get paid. And I'm like, so yeah, the minimum wage that you're paying these people, they're supposed to feel good about themselves, but you don't want to add an extra, hey, you did a good job today. I mean, how difficult is it for you to go up to somebody and pat them on the back and say, hey, listen, I think you did a great job today. Hey, thank you for doing that for me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you going above and beyond today. I saw you over there mopping up that mess over there when everybody was walking over it. I saw you over there throwing out that trash bag that was left in front of the door when everybody walked by it. I saw that, and I appreciate you for doing it. No, but I get bosses or whatever that like that. It's their job. It's supposed to be their job, so I don't have to thank anybody. I thank you by paying you. That's your thanks is being paid. So pretty much it's like I really don't care about you, but I'm paying you, so you should just be thankful that I'm paying you. I don't know. I told my wife one time, I'm like, listen, all my life I was kind of like, in my head I'm like, maybe one day I might want to open up my own preschool. Maybe I might want to open up my own school. But I was like, it would never work for me. I would never be able to open up my own preschool because I think for some reason my heart is just way too out of whack. My heart and my head is way too out of whack because literally I don't think I'd be able to take money from parents that I know that are struggling. I don't think I'd be able to throw a child out the door if the parent couldn't afford to pay something. I would never have it in my heart to be able to. I had one parent one time, and he had like 3 children that were going to one of the schools that I was working at, and this guy was working full time, 2 jobs, handing over his entire paycheck, and he would look at me and he'd be like, he's like, one time he showed up like almost in tears, and I had to take the money from the guy, and he's like, this is my whole 2 weeks check, just so I can send my kids to school. And I'm like, man, in my head I was like, man, buddy, I felt like hugging the guy. I was like, I felt like I was like, I almost felt like taking money out of my own pocket and like saying, here, let me help you. But I didn't even have it. I was making minimum wage. I was barely making. I was living week for week, day by day, just supporting my own family. So I felt what he was feeling, and I saw what he was going through, and I was like, and I was hurting for him. But I wasn't even in any status or what's the word I'm looking for. I wasn't in the position to help anybody. I couldn't even help myself. I was so down and out. My wife didn't have a car. She was getting rides back and forth. My car was falling apart. It was pretty bad. So at the end of the day, people are people. So people are struggling too. Somebody might be struggling. If you're a supervisor, that guy on the side of you or somebody out that you work with might be struggling. It ain't gonna hurt nothing for you to say, hey, listen, you're doing a good job. Even if you're not the owner, even if you're not the supervisor, even if you're not a director, even if you're not in charge of anything, even if you're just a co-worker and you're working with somebody, you look at that person, you say, hey, listen, you did a great job today. Thank you for helping me. Thank you for doing what you did for that kid. Thank you for doing what you did. Listen, it goes a long way. It just feels good. It feels really good. And in this time that I just went through this with the Thanksgiving and everything with the children, I thought a lot about it. Looking down at those little faces, I was like, wow, you know what? Some they didn't ask to be here. They were created. They were created by their parents, who should be giving them all the love and attention that they could possibly give them. I'm not saying spoil them, but I'm saying make them feel good about themselves so they can grow up and make other people feel good about themselves. Look, that's the end of my. That's a lovely speech I just gave. Now I got packages. And if I don't open them up, okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you in for a big surprise. I'm gonna open them all up. These were all packages that I ordered during Black Friday. Okay, and they finally came in. Ordered them on Black Friday. I was driving with the wife, whatever, to go pick up some Black Friday items or whatever, and I was ordering them, and they finally came in. Okay, it took a little while, but they were cheaper than what I would buy them at Walmart or Target or Best Buy. Probably all Blu-rays. So sit back and relax and let's open some stuff here. First of all, we have from Chuck Hudson from Grandale, Arizona. Okay. Thank you, Chuck. Oh, by the way, let me remind you once again that I purchased all these things. I paid for them all. Chuck didn't give me crapola. Okay, I paid for all this stuff. I worked hard. I wiped noses and put on socks and shoes and put jackets on and cleaned tables and threw out trash and mopped floors and cleaned the tables off with the dry erase markers and used that with that magic wipe and I even got I feed the fish. I clean the fish tank. Listen, yeah, I paid for this stuff with the money that I hardly worked for. I worked hard for. Yes. All right. Yeah. So this came from Chuck. Let's see what Chuck sent. Okay, Chuck. Here we go. Oh, Chuck done wrap stuff up all stupid like. Okay. Luckily, I did not just cut through a slip cover. Okay, so I have a slip cover here of. Oh, this will be nice to watch this weekend. Yeah. The double pack 2-film collection of Meg and Meg 2. Yeah, look at that. Meg and Meg 2. Yeah. Why, you ask? Because I didn't own Meg or Meg 2 on any format. I never bought it. We ended up I want to say my wife was streaming or something in the living room, Meg 1, and I was like, I like Jason Statham. And I think he's a good actor. I as far as the action star goes, I got to put him in one of my top 10 action heroes. Okay, he's one of the newer action heroes, but he's still going. He's still kicking. Okay, where the other guys are kind of not kicking so high anymore. They ain't kicking so high. They're kicking a little lower. But yeah, I select me some Jason Statham, and I did not see Meg 2 at all, and I saw Meg 1, and I gotta tell you, it was no Jaws. It was just all right. Okay. It did keep my attention for the hour and 2 hours, whatever time it was, hour and change. Not 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. 2 hours and like 2 hours. Yeah. Hour 113 minutes. Anyway. Yeah, it kept my attention. So it was halfway decent, and I figured why buy one when I should just buy the 2-pack, get it out of the way. There'll probably be a Meg 3. I don't know. Not to be confused with Megan. Okay, the robotic doll there. This one right here. Oh, I bought this from this guy before. Why don't I bought from this guy? This is the sticker guy. This is the guy that sticks stickers all over the damn thing for my mailman not to crush or destroy, and makes no sense for me whatsoever because they crush or destroy them anyway. But look at this. This one's got a do not crush on the back over here. That's a nice one. And then let me see if I can block all this stuff over here. We have a please handle with care, do not crush, bend, or fold. Thank you. And we have a do not crush, bend, or fold. And let me turn this bad boy around there. Right? Is that good? Right. It says Grand Advantage too. I don't know what ground advantage. I don't know what that is. But yeah, this is a sticker guy. I bought from the sticker guy before. I don't know what I bought from the sticker guy before. I remember seeing. All I kept going through my head is, wow, what an abundance of stickers that my mailman probably does not even care about. Actually, my new mailman maybe cares. This guy, the new guy, has been really, really good. And it's a copy of the Equalizer 3 on Blu-ray digital. Once again, I gotta throw out there a is this the same company right here? Let's see here. This one is Sony, and this one is Warner Brothers, right? Warner Brothers. And why can't I get a Blu-ray DVD combo pack again? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to our collectors? I know you don't want. Listen, I know that you want to abolish all physical media. So you want us to either spend more for it, or we're gonna have to wrestle to get it or fight to get it. But this should be a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. I could care less about your damn digital. And this should be a Blu-ray DVD combo pack also. Unless I was buying the 4K, then this should be a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. I've seen all the Equalizer movies I seen Equalizer 1 and 2. Absolutely loved them. I think Denzel Washington has to be one of he's another great action movie star. But he's also a great drama star. He's also a great comedic star. This guy can do pretty much anything. Okay, yeah, I gotta put him in the top 10 of my favorite actors. Okay, he's up there with the Johnny Depps. He's up there with the who's wow, wow, I just drew a big blank on my top 10 movie stars. But yeah. Somebody that I have to own everything that they got, and Denzel's one of them. Denzel Washington, excellent actor. Next one we got from nothing on this one. Shangui Yin from Houston, Texas. SHANGHUA Shangya Yin YIN Shangha Yin from Texas. Well, now that's working out for you there, Shangya. Shangha Yin from Texas. Okay, I wouldn't. Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing because I'm probably just gonna get myself in trouble. But in my head, I'm like, Shanghai Yin doesn't sound like a Texan name. Doesn't? I mean, am I wrong? I mean, I don't think I'm wrong. I mean, I picture more of like when I think of Texas, I think of yeehaw like that. I don't think of like Shanghai Yin. And Shanghai Yin sent me a copy of. Oh yes. So I guess A24 Studios in Lionsgate. Thank you, A24 Studios and Lionsgate, because you've done this for me. I am gonna go after I'm done recording this and purchase the same exact movie on 4K Blu-ray combo pack, Steelbook or whatever. I don't even know if it's available in Steelbook, but I am gonna buy this on 4K Blu-ray Steelbook only because you did what you did right here. Okay, this is the movie Talk to Me, which I have seen in the movie. I actually went to go see it in the drive-in. Was a really good movie, really good horror movie, great horror flick. They're coming out with a part 2, so it was that good that there's gonna be a part 2. So I was like, yes, there's gonna be a part 2 because it kind of leaves you a little bit hanging. Okay, I'm not giving anything away, but it does leave you a little bit hanging. But this was actually a real decent horror movie. Originally, I kind of stayed away from it because to me, a lot of accents. So I took it as more of like a foreign horror movie because the people have these real thick, I don't know if it's British accents or English accents or whatever it is, but they got these really thick accents. So I kind of kept my distance, but then it was like it was playing back to back with something else at the drive-in. Nun 2. It was Nun 2 first, and then this. And I watched Nun 2, and I was like, that was good. And then I watched this, I was like, that was great. And what's cool and kind of freaking out my kids, okay, my wife, I didn't tell her. I ordered the hand, like a replica of the hand from this movie, from actually A24 Studios. Okay, they are selling right now on pre-order the hand. I think it's going for like $120. But if you go on eBay, the flippers are trying to get it like pre-order for like $300, $500. They got one on there for $500, and literally it's like $120 if you go on. If you do a little searching and find the A24 Studios, if you're into that kind of thing, you can actually get that hand for $120 with the shipping. I believe it's free shipping because it was actually no, it wasn't free shipping. I apologize. It was $10 for shipping. It's a ceramic hand replica of the hand from the movie. If you ever seen the movie, you know how freaky it is. My kids are like, the ones that I told, they were like, you're not putting that in the living room. You're not putting that in front of us. I don't even know why you ordered that thing. I'm like, because I just think, I think it's cool. Listen, I'm a movie fan. And if I can get some kind of cool prop replica, like the hand from Talk to Me, I think that's just cool, especially since it's a horror movie. I'm a big horror fan. And yes, thank you, A24 Studios and Lionsgate for giving me the Blu-ray DVD digital combo pack. Okay, so I will be buying your 4K Blu-ray digital combo pack because to show appreciation. Maybe this episode should be all about appreciation. I'm going to show you my appreciation for your thinking about the fact that we still want our Blu-rays and DVDs and we don't want to buy them separately. Not everybody has a lot of money. I can't afford to be spending $22 on the Blu-ray, $30 on the 4K, and another $15 or whatever it is on the DVD. That doesn't make any sense to me. This makes perfect sense. This is great. Thank you so much, Mr. Lionsgate A24 Studios. Last one we have here feels a little strange. It might be the way they bubble wrapped it here. From Wilfred Lee, from Chula Vista, California. Chula Vista. I like that. If I was going to move to a place in California, Chula Vista, I think, would be the place to go. Now I want to make sure I'm not okay. This guy just did like a weird, funky rapping job here. Wilford. So Wilford decided that he was gonna put a bag in a bag. Okay, so that's why I was feeling this puffiness here. Oh wait, wait, watch this, watch this. A bag in a bag in a box. A bag in a bag in a box. This guy used, I think almost every form of United Postal Service packagery. Okay, that he could possibly find. Wasn't that nice of you? Thank you, Wilford. And the last thing, we rip that pot like that, and we open this like that. Oh, this guy really. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Look at that. It's like one of those like weird tricks or movies or whatever. Guy just keeps opening up the boxes. It's a box and a box, side of 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 a box. This is like a bag, inside of a bag, side of a bag. And what I got was a copy. Oh well, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to thank Disney too. I'm gonna give a little Disney shout out here, and I don't normally do this, but I guess for some reason Disney has either don't give a crap no more or whatever, or Disney decides what they want to release on physical media nowadays. Okay, that's the bottom line. There might be Disney movies that you absolutely love and have seen for years, and you're waiting for them to come out on physical media, or you're watching it on Disney Plus, and you can just keep on watching on Disney Plus because they want to sell their streaming service. They don't want to give you anything for nothing. Okay, you're gonna pay for their streaming service. Their streaming service is gonna go up in price, and you're gonna keep on paying. Why? Because the kids want it, and you're gonna want it, and you're not gonna be able to buy that physical media anymore. The physical media is gonna disappear, and you're gonna pay for that streaming service. But I guess for some reason, Disney went above and beyond on this one, and they released the Haunted Mansion. Now let me make this very clear. I am not a big fan of Disney movies, like the newer Disney movies. I'm not a big fan of Disney and their commercializing the world and their expensive theme parks and their $30 for a soda at Disney World. So I've never been to Disney World. I'll never go to Disney World. I don't want to go to Disney World. I don't care to go to Disney World. I don't care that Disney World exists. Okay, I don't want to see Mickey Mouse. I don't want to see. Matter of fact, I'm a Warner Brothers guy. Okay, I would take Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck over Mickey and Donald any day of the week. Okay. I'm not a Disney guy, but I went to go. This was another drive-in experience. I went to go see this with the new Indiana Jones movie, and I got to tell you, the original Haunted Mansion my kids liked, the one with Eddie Murphy. I thought it sucked. Okay, I personally to this day I have not made it through that whole movie yet. I thought it was just bland, and I was just waiting for Eddie Murphy to be funny, and he just never got funny. He never got funny in that movie. I watched like half of it without. I'm like, when Eddie Murphy's a funny guy. I mean, I grew up on Eddie Murphy Delirious, Eddie Murphy Raw. I grew up on all that Eddie Murphy stuff, 48 Hours and Trading Places and Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, 3. I loved them all. And then all of a sudden he comes out with he started doing like weird kids movies and stuff like Dr. Dolittle and the other one wasn't that bad, which was the Nutty Professor. But I was like, he's gonna play every single part again. Was it like Coming to America Part 2? Coming to America was another one. Was a hilarious movie. Then Coming to America 2. Yeah, for some reason Eddie's done. I don't know what's gone wrong with Eddie, but he used to be my hands down favorite comedian, favorite actor, favorite everything. I mean, I used to just collect every VHS tape that guy had. And I got to tell you, the original Haunted Mansion doesn't even touch this. This was great. This was fun. This was enjoyable. This was it was interesting. I mean, I kept my interest through the whole thing. This played before the Indiana Jones movie, so I sat up and watched the whole thing. Kind of felt like I was forced to do so, but then I was like, wow, this is pretty good. And then Indiana Jones came in, and no matter how much you guys complain about Indiana Jones and the CGI Indiana Jones and the different things with it, I said I still enjoyed the new Indiana Jones movie, and I can't wait to buy that when that finally gets dropped, which I think is like next week, a couple weeks from now, or maybe 3 weeks from now. I don't know, but I'll definitely be picking that up on Blu-ray, not on 4K, because until whatever company it is that put out, I got my Indiana Jones. It's Paramount. Until Paramount starts putting out 4K Blu-ray combo packs again. Last box set they put out was an Indiana Jones box set, and I was gonna buy it. I already have the Indiana Jones box set on Blu-ray, and I was gonna buy the Indiana Jones box set on 4K. But I wanted like a big box. I wanted something different. I wanted like a 4K Blu-ray combo pack, so I could have like one package with extras all in one package. The problem is that when you buy the 4K, you don't get all the bonus stuff that you get on the Blu-rays. So why would I go and buy the 4K box set, which has no extras, just to get 4Ks that I can't watch on my TV? I want them all together in one big package. I want my 4Ks and Blu-rays together. Something for you guys to think about, you physical media producers, okay? We want our 4Ks and our Blu-rays in the same box. We want our Blu-rays and our DVDs in the same box. If we're still fans of Blu-rays, and that's what we're into, we want our Blu-rays and our DVDs, because sometimes we just have DVD players in some rooms. Sometimes we have multiple DVD players like put away, and something might happen to our Blu-ray. And you 4K fanatics, I'm still, and it probably always will be on the fence with the 4Ks. I'm not impressed. I'm just still not impressed with the 4Ks. I still think Blu-ray has more content. I am all about the extra footage, the extra content, the extra stuff that they put on the media. And for some reason, they still can't figure out how to get all that bonus stuff onto the 4K. So forever, I think I'll still be going with my Blu-rays. So yeah, except for the Talk to Me, which I will be buying on 4K, only because I got the cool hand coming on. How cool is it going to be displayed with? Because actually the 4K cover has a different cover in this. I think it has this girl right here. Where is she? This girl right here. I believe they have her on the cover of the 4K. So this is kind of going to look kind of cool with the Blu-ray on one side, the 4K on the other side, and the hand right in the middle coming out at you like, come on, here you go. So yeah, Haunted Mansion. So I will tell you that all of these, without hitting you with another I don't want to do again. All of these were the fact that they were cheaper online than they were at Best Buy. So I would give the middle finger to Best Buy because I think they suck, and I will not be purchasing too much from Best Buy anymore because if you watch one of my videos that I posted not too long ago, you'll understand perfectly why I'm having a problem with Best Buy. So whether I buy it online or I buy it in the store, which you can't buy it in the store as of 2024 anyway, according to the manager. Yeah, when I was looking at these were all overpriced at Best Buy, but not online, not on eBay. And they're all pretty much brand new except for the exception of Haunted Mansion, which is used. So if I'm finding these things on eBay cheaper, I know somebody bought them from a company, a legit company. They bought them from a legit store. They didn't just, they're not bootlegs. So I know that somebody made the money off of them. Hopefully the company, so they understand that us physical media collectors, we still want our physical media. We still want it, okay? Listen, there ain't nobody watching this channel that doesn't still want to see, walk into a Walmart, or walk into a Best Buy, or walk into a Target and see a physical media section. There's not one of us sitting here right now that wouldn't love to walk into a Blockbuster video, or walk into a Nap video, or a West Coast video, or a what are the other ones there? I'm trying to think of the big box stores there that used to have the video rentals, man. There was just such a feeling to it. There was just such a feeling when you went in there on a Friday night with your family and you picked out movies that you had to make sure they were there, and you moved that box out of the way, and there's the video that's there, and it's in stock, and you can rent it for the weekend, and you go home for the weekend. It's something. And then they have that table of used stuff, used VHS tapes or used DVDs, and you'd be thumbing through them in like $5 a piece, $7 a piece. I have so many fond memories of doing that. Strawberries Records and Tapes, they used to do the same thing. FYE, they used to have their used section. I don't even have an FYE in my section in my area anymore. They all closed. But I used to love going into these places and just thumbing through the used stuff, and it was just a blast. It was a part of my life. It was a big part of my life. And as we get older, isn't it amazing how things just disappear? Things just disappear. So yeah, as this video progresses and we are talking about appreciation, we should just tip our hats or bow down for a second and think back to your childhood when you used to rent stuff, when you used to be able to go rent physical media, when you used to be able to go buy physical media, because it's all coming to an end, and it's not good. It's not good because what do we got to look forward to? They say there's a lot of violence nowadays, a lot of crime nowadays. Kids be getting themselves in trouble and everything, and there's all kinds of because there's nothing for anybody to do anymore. Okay, there's nothing for anybody. What are you gonna do? Sit home on a Friday night and just stream your channels there, stream your show there with your family, and it doesn't have the same feel. I'm sorry, people. No matter what you say to me, you're never gonna talk me out of it. It doesn't have the same feel as back in the day when you used to walk into a Blockbuster video, and with your family on your side, your little ones on the side of you or whatever, and then you get to the desk and they got that overly priced candy that the kids ask for, and you always got to tell them no. Or they might have the little ice cream, little sliding ice cream door thing, and they're like, "Daddy, can I get one of them ice cream chocolate chippy thing there?" And you're like, "No, they're too expensive. We'll go up the street, we'll go to Stop and Shop, we'll buy it from over there." That's probably why they all closed. That's my fault. Probably should have bought them an ice cream chocolate chippy thingy, and they would have still stayed open. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. Please, if you have not subscribed yet, hit the show me some appreciation. Hit the subscribe button, and I will see you later. You should have saved me some.